Welcome to Glow English Academy. I'm Ria.
And I'm Leo.
Today, we are talking about daily use English sentences that you can use in real-life conversations.
That sounds very useful because many learners know English words, but they don't know how to use them in full sentences.
Exactly. Learning sentences is one of the fastest ways to improve spoken English.
So let's start with some simple daily expressions people use every day.
The first sentence is, "How are you doing today?"
That's a very common greeting. Another similar sentence is, "How's everything going?"
Right. And if someone asks you that, you can answer, "I'm doing well, thank you."
Or you can say, "I'm doing great today."
Another useful sentence is, "What are you up to today?"
That means asking someone about their plans for the day.
Exactly. You can answer with something simple like, "I'm going to work," or "I'm planning to study."
Here's another useful sentence. Give me a moment.
Yes, that means you need a little time before answering or doing something.
People also say, "Just a second."
Another sentence learners should know is, "That makes sense."
That means you understand something clearly.
And if you agree with someone, you can say, "I totally agree with you."
These small sentences make conversations sound natural.
Exactly. When you learn practical sentences like these, speaking English becomes easier and more confident. Let's continue with some more useful daily English sentences that people use in real conversations.
Yes, these kinds of sentences help learners speak more naturally in everyday situations.
One very common sentence is, "Let me think about it."
People say that when they need a little time before making a decision.
Exactly. For example, if someone asks you to join an event, you might say, "Let me think about it, and I'll tell you later."
That sounds polite and natural. Another sentence I hear often is, "I'll get back to you."
Yes, that's very common in workplaces. It means you will give the answer later after checking something.
For example, "I need to check my schedule. I'll get back to you."
Perfect example. Another useful sentence is, "It depends."
That means the answer is not fixed, and it can change depending on the situation.
Right. Someone might ask, "Will you travel this weekend?" And you can answer, "It depends on my work."
I like that one because it's simple but very useful.
Another sentence people use often is, "That sounds like a good idea."
That's a nice way to agree with someone's suggestion.
Yes, and when you don't understand something, you can say, "What do you mean?"
That helps the other person explain more clearly.
Exactly. Using simple and practical sentences like these helps you communicate confidently in daily life. Let's learn some more daily English sentences that people often use in normal conversations.
Yes, these sentences are very helpful because they appear in many everyday situations.
One common sentence is, "I'm not sure about that."
People use that when they are uncertain about something.
Exactly. For example, if someone asks you a difficult question, you can say, "I'm not sure about that. Let me check."
That sounds honest and natural.
Another useful sentence is, "That's a good point."
Yes, that sentence is often used during discussions when someone says something interesting or logical.
Right. It shows that you respect the other person's idea.
I also hear people say, "I see what you mean."
That's a great sentence. It means you understand the other person's explanation.
For example, if someone explains a problem clearly, you can respond, "I see what you mean."
Exactly. Another useful sentence is, "That's interesting."
People say that when they hear something new or surprising.
Yes, it keeps the conversation positive and engaging.
Sometimes we also say, "I didn't realize that."
That means you learned something new or you understood something differently.
These small sentences really help conversations feel natural.
Absolutely. When you practice these expressions regularly, your confidence in speaking English improves step by step. Let's continue with some more useful daily English sentences that can make your conversation smoother.
Yes, these expressions are simple but very powerful in everyday communication.
One sentence people use very often is, "No problem."
That's a very friendly response when someone thanks you or asks for help.
Exactly. For example, if someone says, "Thank you for helping me," you can reply, "No problem."
Another similar sentence is, "Don't worry about it."
Right. That sentence helps reassure someone that everything is fine.
I also hear people say, "Take your time."
That's a good one. It means there is no hurry and the person can relax while doing something.
For example, if someone is trying to explain something slowly, you can say, "Take your time."
Exactly. Another useful sentence is, "That's a great question."
Teachers and presenters often say that when someone asks something interesting.
Yes, it encourages the person and keeps the conversation positive.
Here's another sentence people use frequently. Let's see.
That means you are thinking about something before giving an answer.
For example, if someone asks you what to eat for dinner, you might say, let's see, maybe we can order something.
Perfect example. Using sentences like these helps conversations feel natural and comfortable.
I agree. The more we practice these daily expressions, the easier speaking English becomes.
Let's continue learning more useful daily English sentences that can help you sound more natural in conversations.
Yes, these small expressions really make a big difference when speaking with others.
One sentence people use very often is, "That's true."
This sentence is useful when you agree with someone's opinion or statement.
Exactly. For example, if someone says, "Regular practice improves speaking skills," you can reply, "That's true."
Another common sentence is, I understand.
Yes, that shows you clearly understand what the other person is saying.
People also say, I get it.
Right. "I get it" has the same meaning, but it sounds slightly more casual.
I've also heard people say, that's a good idea.
That sentence is perfect when someone suggests something useful.
For example, if someone says, let's practice English every day, you can answer, that's a good idea.
Exactly. Another useful sentence is, "That works for me."
That means you agree with a plan or arrangement.
Yes. If someone suggests a meeting time and you like it, you can say, "That works for me."
These expressions are very practical and easy to use.
Absolutely. When you use these simple sentences regularly, your conversations become more confident and natural. Let's continue learning more daily English sentences that people use in normal conversations.
Yes, these practical sentences help learners communicate more naturally.
One very common sentence is, "What's going on?"
That sentence is often used to ask someone what is happening or what they are doing.
Exactly. It's similar to asking, "What's happening?" or "What are you doing?"
Another sentence people use a lot is, sounds good.
Yes, that means you agree with a plan or a suggestion.
For example, if someone says, let's meet tomorrow morning, you can reply, sounds good.
Right. Another useful sentence is, "I'll think about it."
That means you need some time before making a decision.
Exactly. It's a polite way to say you are not ready to decide immediately.
People also say, that's fine.
Yes, that shows you accept something or you are okay with the situation.
For example, if someone asks, is it okay if we change the plan? You can answer, that's fine.
Perfect example. Another useful sentence is, "Let me check."
That means you need to confirm some information before answering.
Exactly. These small sentences are very helpful in daily communication.
I agree. Practicing these expressions regularly can make conversations smoother and more confident.
Let's continue with more useful daily English sentences that people often use in conversations.
Yes, learning these expressions helps us speak more naturally and confidently.
One common sentence is, "What do you think?"
That's a great question when you want to know someone's opinion.
Exactly. For example, you might say, "I'm planning to start a new course. What do you think?"
Another sentence people use frequently is, that's a good suggestion.
Right. It's a polite way to appreciate someone's idea.
I also hear people say, that makes sense.
Yes, that means you understand the logic behind something.
For example, if someone explains why practice is important, you can reply, that makes sense.
Perfect. Another useful sentence is, "I'm just kidding."
That sentence is used when you say something as a joke.
Exactly. It helps the other person understand that you are not being serious.
People also say, don't worry.
Yes, that sentence is used to comfort someone or make them feel relaxed.
For example, if a friend apologizes for being late, you might say, don't worry.
These kinds of sentences are simple, but very helpful in daily conversations.
I agree. When we practice them regularly, speaking English becomes much easier and more natural.
Let's continue learning more daily English sentences that can help you speak more confidently in real-life conversations.
Yes, these expressions are very practical and easy to remember.
One useful sentence people say often is, "That's a good question."
That sentence is commonly used when someone asks something interesting or thoughtful.
Exactly. It shows appreciation for the question before answering it.
Another sentence I hear frequently is, I'm not sure.
Yes, that's a simple and honest way to say you don't know the answer.
For example, if someone asks you something difficult, you can say, I'm not sure. I'll check and tell you later.
Perfect example. Another helpful sentence is, "Give me a minute."
That means you need a little time before doing something or answering.
Right. People often say that when they are busy or thinking about something.
I've also heard people say, I'll handle it.
Yes, that sentence means you will take care of the situation or solve the problem.
For example, if there is a small problem at work, someone might say, don't worry, I'll handle it.
Exactly. These kinds of simple sentences make daily communication easier.
I agree. When learners practice these practical expressions regularly, their confidence in speaking English grows naturally.
Let's continue with a few more useful daily English sentences that can help you communicate more smoothly.
Yes, these kinds of expressions make conversations feel natural and comfortable.
One sentence people use very often is, "That's a good point."
This sentence is helpful when someone shares a logical or important idea.
Exactly. It shows that you respect the other person's opinion.
Another useful sentence is, I didn't think about that.
Right. That sentence is used when someone gives you a new idea or perspective.
For example, if a friend explains a different solution, you might say, I didn't think about that.
Perfect example. Another common sentence is, "That's interesting."
People use that when they hear something new or surprising.
Yes, it keeps the conversation positive and encourages the other person to continue speaking.
I've also heard people say, that's a great idea.
Exactly. That sentence is useful when someone suggests something helpful or creative.
For example, if a friend says, let's practice English together every day, you could respond, that's a great idea.
That's a perfect response.
These sentences may look simple, but they make conversations sound more natural.
Absolutely. The more you practice these everyday expressions, the more confident you will become while speaking English. Let's finish our conversation by learning a few more useful daily English sentences that can help you sound natural while speaking.
Yes, these simple expressions are very helpful in everyday communication.
One sentence people use very often is, "That's a good question."
That sentence shows appreciation when someone asks something thoughtful.
Exactly. Another useful sentence is, "I'll let you know."
That means you will inform the person later, after confirming something.
Right. For example, if someone asks about a meeting time, you can say, "I'll check my schedule and let you know."
I also hear people say, that sounds interesting.
Yes, that sentence is used when something catches your attention or curiosity.
Another helpful sentence is, I appreciate it.
That's a polite way to show gratitude when someone helps you.
For example, if a friend gives you advice, you can say, thank you, I appreciate it.
Exactly. Another common sentence is, "That's a good plan."
That sentence shows agreement with someone's idea.
Right. These practical sentences help conversations flow smoothly.
I agree. When learners practice daily use sentences like these, speaking English becomes easier and more natural.
Absolutely. The more you use these simple expressions in daily life, the more confident and comfortable you will feel while speaking English.